COR Philosophy, it stands for Centered on Rider. It's our design approach for GT to basically develop new product. Something that was started by Todd Splavey here when he was looking at trail bikes versus all mountain and what that rider, the clothing they wore, the hydration packs or water bottles or whatever they use on their bikes, because each segment is completely unique. So we wanted to make sure that we're addressing the needs of each individual that is out there looking for a specific product.
The best thing about COR Philosophy is that you don't really have to worry about it. There's a lot of nuance that goes into it. GT spent a lot of time out in the field in lots of different markets all over the world researching what the riders are riding, where they're riding it, types of terrain they're riding, the media they're consuming, everything that goes into a bike buying decision. So some of it is really to take out some of the thought out of the process, make it easier for you as a rider to cut through the chatter that's happening out there and boil it down to what is the best bike I can get for the riding I'm going to be doing on the bike.
A good instance of this is, say, trail bikes. Some companies call them anything from 120 to 160 mil of travel. Most times that incorporates their all-mountain bike as well. Within GT we have an all-mountain category, so trail for us encompasses bikes in the 120 to 140 mil that are geared towards a certain type of rider. Someone that's looking for a lighter weight bike that can climb a lot better than, say, an all-mountain bike, but that still has a really good geometry to still have fun with.
So over the last couple of years of working on a Center on Rider approach, we've been able to really get nitty-gritty with some of the spec out there. There's a lot of riding on different types of terrain, different types of trail, at lots of different events around the world. So really seeing how people are consuming the product, the trails they're riding on, the people they're riding with, and that allows us to really see some of the little details, some of the nuances that go into the sport, the things that separate what is a trail bike for GT and what separates an all-mountain bike from GT. When we were developing Center on Rider philosophy, we really saw that within each of the categories there were 5 major areas that we wanted to address as GT, and that was fit, function, tune, spec, and geometry. So with each of those, we start at the top and we look and say, well, what does this bike need to fit like? What does the individual spec of this bike need to be like? What's the different geometry that sets apart one category from the other and is going to make the bike perform better in that particular situation? Yeah, we really you have to look at it, and you have to look at the relationship between the bike and the rider and the bike and the trail. Lots of different things are happening, and every millisecond you're out on the trail. And to be able to have a bike that's set up properly and that you're comfortable on is really going to make you enjoy the ride better, and it's going to allow you to suck a little less.